Hello guys, welcome to Programming Knowledge Hub. My name is Vishal. This is the 8th lecture of the video tutorial series C# tutorials from scratch. In this lecture, we are going to see what are the value types and reference types in C#. In C#, a data type is a value type if it holds a value directly into its own memory space. In simple terms, a value type data type directly contains the value assigned to it. Now the question is, where does the compiler store these data types in memory? Well, there are generally two ways. First on the stack and second onto the heap. Most of the value types are generally stored onto the stack, but also there are few value types which are not stored onto the stack. We'll come to that point in a second. And these value types are derived from system.valueType. Here is a simple graphical representation of memory allocation of value types. Here we have declared the variable I of integer type and assigned a value 10 to it. When the compiler encounters this statement, it allocates the memory to the variable I and stores the value assigned to it into its own memory space. That means the variable I is directly holding the value assigned to it into its own memory space. Now, value types that are stored onto the stack. Well, all the fundamental data types in C# are value type data types, and these include like bool, byte, char, decimal, double, enum, etc. etc. All these data types are value types and stored onto the stack. Now, the value types that are not stored onto the stack. There are few value types which are not stored onto the stack. Instead, they are stored onto the heap, like fields in the class. Then boxed value types, like the value types are boxed into the reference types and stored onto the heap. Well, I will be uploading a separate video tutorial for boxing and unboxing in C#, so don't worry about that. Third, the value type variable of anonymous method and the local variable in the iterator block. That means the variable declared in the for and for each loop to iterate over the collection is also not stored onto the stack. In real-world application programming, many times you have to pass a value from one method to another method. If the value being passed is of value type, we call it as a pass by value, and if the value being passed is of reference type, we call it as pass by a reference. Now what is the difference between them? In pass by value, when you pass a value from one method to another method, the system creates a copy of that method and passes that copy to the another method. That means if you change the value in another method, that value would not be reflected in the original method. So let's understand this term practically. Here I have created a simple console application demonstrating the use of pass by value. Here I have created a variable I assigned value 10 to it, printed it over the console, then passed that variable to the another method and printed the again onto the console to check if the value is changed or not. In that method, we changed the value and printed the value onto the console. So let's run the application. So here we got 10 printed on the console, the value before passing to the method. We pass the value to the method, we change this value in the method to 20 and we got the 20 over the console. But when the control returned from that method to the original method, we printed it on the console, but the value is not changed. See, we got the 10 over here. That means the system created a copy of that variable when passed to the another method, so change in another method would not be reflected in the original method. Similarly, we got to the reference type. Reference types, unlike value types, does not store the value directly into its own memory space. Instead, it stores the address of the memory where the actual value is stored. Here is a simple graphical representation of memory allocation of reference type. We declared a variable of string data type and assigned a value to it. When the compiler encounters this statement, it creates a memory for that hello world, that value, and stores the address where the actual value is stored, assigns that address to the variable of string data type. Now, string is a reference type in C#, so it is not containing the actual value. Instead, it is containing the address where the actual value is stored. So these are the reference types in C#: string, arrays, class, and delegates. So as I mentioned earlier, when we pass a value from one method to another, that value could be either of reference type as well. And when you pass the reference type from one method to another method, the system does not create a copy of that variable. Instead, the system passes the reference of that variable to another method. So if you change the value of that variable in another method, that value will be reflected in the original method as well, which is completely opposite of value types. Let's switch to the Visual Studio again to demonstrate this pass by reference. So let me erase this. Okay, here we create a simple class, public class, student. As class is a reference type in C#, let's create another property called name. Okay, let's create an object of the student in main method. Let's assign a value to the name like ABC. Well, very simple. Let's print the value onto the console, student.name. So it should print the ABC onto the console. Now let's create another method, show student name, pass the reference to method. So we got the red underline because method was not created, so we created this method. Now let's change the value of name property to something like XYZ and print it over the console, student.name. Okay, so let's have another console title over here to see if the value is changed or not. Let's run this application. See, the value is changed. How? The value before passing to the method was ABC. Later when we passed the value to the another method, it got XYZ, and when the control is returned to the calling method is also XYZ. In this case, what system did, system instead of passing a copy like value type, it passes the reference, it passes the address of that value type to the another method. That means when we change the value of reference type in another method, that change would be reflected in the original method as well. So this is called as pass by value and pass by reference. Well, that's it for this lecture. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment on it, and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram and follow my Facebook page. I have given the links for that in my description. Thank you.